Okay, greetings. Why does the screen look like Final Fantasy VII? I don't know, but I love Final Fantasy VII. That's just the theme I have on the old OBS there. Anyway, what's up, Cobra Fang? How are you? This is going to be another chill out stream. I'm just going to listen to music and do a little bit of building. I'll chat with you guys if the chat gets going, but other than that, it's just me chilling. Breath of the Wild, I never played that one. Hey, if you're just now joining, not really saying much during the stream. I'm just kind of building and chilling and listening to some music. So I'm not really going to be very chatterboxy. But hey, if you guys are talking in the chat, then I'll certainly respond. Otherwise, just enjoy the music. Did you plan this section beforehand, or are we watching you wing it? A little bit of both. A little bit of both. I sort of had an idea in mind, but it wasn't anything terribly detailed. Kind of like a blurry idea. So I'm trying to unblur the idea, I guess, if that makes any sense. What's up, Barbara Liberatska? How are you? I'm trying to decide if I want to put a watchtower here on this corner or here on this corner. I can't quite decide. I'm going to stare at it for a minute. What's up, Master Zane? Far left corner, Cobra. Hey guys, I will be right back, okay? Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm kind of thinking to put it here because it's in the center. So you can see in all directions, you know? But I don't know. I'm very indecisive. Which is bad when you build things. Because you gotta commit eventually. Well, we could just build it here, and if we feel like we want to change it, we can always just move it. Left as it can see directly downriver? Yeah. But I imagine, there's going to be a lot of watchtowers all over the kingdom. This is just one of many. So I'm thinking like this whole area here is like a sector, right? This sort of, all the space that's in the screen right now. So I'm thinking having one like in the center of it. So it can sort of like look over the whole sector. You know what I mean? There's going to be other stuff down there and down there. This kingdom's going to be huge. It's going to, like, all this forest is going to be gone. It's all going to be kingdom. So this isn't, yeah, it's a watchtower, but it's not, it doesn't really have to be in the most strategic place as one would have to be if it were, like, on the outskirts of the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? I could even have a tower on both of these corners. Why not, right?
it's going to be the wall. Okay, the rampart right here. I mean, they're not technically ramparts because it's ground level. But this is going to go into the tower right here. So the tower is going to come out to like here. Maybe we'll do something like that. That's better. I had to push it in a little bit. This is a playlist that I have. It's got a bunch of random epic songs that I like. I have a subscription, so I pay for it, so I don't get, my videos flagged. But that piece was by, what's his name? Nicholas Johansson, I think is his name. But yeah, he's awesome. Yo, what up, Callus? How's it going, bud? Howdy, Pink Flamingo, Jim. Good to see you guys. Welcome to the stream where I'm not really saying very much. I'm just listening to music and building stuff. You were sent by Fixit. The man himself. Thanks for coming by, guys. I appreciate it. If you're new here and you have not ever seen this world, I'd be happy to show you some stuff. I'm just working on a, working on a little watchtower here in the middle of this sort of, district place. What's up, Mr. Sparkle? What's up, Zyla Terhune? I'm sorry if I can't say your name right. Sup, Bandit King, Tiny Gamer Triss. Double A. I'm calling you Double A. AA. Dino Gamer Weirder Blanket. I have a blanket that's even weirder than your weird blanket, I promise you. Anyway, thanks for coming by, guys. You guys are awesome. Good morning, Andy Days. Good to see you, buddy. How's it going? Yeah, it's probably going to be a bit taller than this. It needs to be at least twice as tall as those houses. So, Alpha Blitz just subscribed. Thank you very much. I don't have like the sound on it. I can't hear when you guys subscribe. But I see the thing if I'm looking. What's up, Fix? Hey, thanks a lot, man. Hey, did that raid button work, or did you just post a link? Because if the raid button works, and that's awesome, and you're gonna have to show me how to do that so I can do the same when my streams are done. Sup, Super Tsunami? Okay, so I'm doing this watchtower right here, and yeah, we got the terrain leveled out. We got the two tiers. These are going to be the less wealthy people are going to be living down here, right? Well, world tour? I can't do a world tour. I can do a world tour one day. It'll be quick. I'll just show you a few things. You guys want to see some things? Oh, posted the link? Okay. Yeah. I didn't think the whole raid thing would work out all that well. Because, YouTube is kind of bad at that stuff. But then again, I don't even know how to raid people on Twitch. Like, I think I've done it successfully one time. And that was it. Just once. Anyway, this is our... I'm making kingdoms for a book I'm writing. But I don't really talk about the book a whole lot. But I need kingdoms for elves and dwarves and humans and goblins and... Music is a bit high? Okay, I'll bring it down. Hold on. Okay, how's that? Oh. Okay, is that better? Or is the music still too loud? Ridiculously pretty. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I work really hard on my resource pack. I spend too much time on it, honestly. Except for lately. So this is the human kingdom. This is kind of like the capital so far. It's called High Aracor is the name of this kingdom, and we have a castle back there. That's, let me fly up here so you guys can see it. There's our castle right there. Now the idea behind this castle is I wanted to make it historically accurate, right? Is the music still loud? I mean, this is a loud song, so if you guys need me to turn the music down a little bit more, let me know. Yes. So, I wanted to make a historically accurate castle. By the way, this drawbridge is functional. This is a functional drawbridge, guys. Still a bit loud? Okay, hold on. Alright, is that better? Is that better? I mean, this is a loud song. A lot of the other songs are, just not so loud and you know, in your face. So I might have to turn it up later, I don't know. But yeah, so historically accurate castle, which means that it has to be properly defended. So I have proper battlements all over this place, right? So those are actual functional machicolations right here, right? So if you're over here on these ramparts, you can fire down arrows, right? That's awesome. And we have a Zwinger. This is, and yeah, these are functional. Check this out. Look at this. Watch this. You guys are gonna love this. Let's close the portcullis. Portcullis is closed. Huh? Let's close the drawbridge. Closed drawbridge. Drawbridge closed. Huh? What about that? That's awesome. You guys love it. You know you love it. I can't say too much about my book because I really, really love the idea. Otherwise, I wouldn't be writing it. And I don't want to give away, like, the plot. But I need this world is kind of like a representation of the world of the book I'm writing. Not exactly, but close, right? So this thing here, in order to get into the castle, you have to go through this. This is like a gauntlet, right? So, and you'll have archers all up on these walls shooting arrows down on you. So if you're trying to siege this castle, good luck, right? Good luck. I need to make this functional. This drawbridge and portcullis aren't functional yet. I will do that eventually. So you have to make your way through just a gauntlet of arrows if you're going to try to get into the castle. And then finally, you come up here. This is going to be the main gate right here, which I haven't done yet. I haven't built it yet because I'm doing other things. This is an inn, this little tavern that the people who work in the castle, they kind of live here inside this bailey, and this is sort of their tavern for where they go to hang out, you know, and stuff. And then this over here is the King's Bailey, and this is where the king has his private stables. He has a private blacksmith right here. His general lives here in this house. The horses disappeared. I had some horses back there, but they're gone, sadly. I could take you guys inside the castle, but that... You guys want... fuck, we'll go inside the castle. Why not? Why not? We'll go in there. Actually, Shadiversity, Mr. Sparkle, Shadiversity actually came by and left a comment on my video about machicolations. And he left a comment on it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so the castle is bare. And the reason why the castle is bare is because... Actually, hey, you know what, guys? Hold on one second, okay? I'm going to turn off push to talk because I'm just talking a lot now, so hold on. Well, I can't figure out how to Take it off push to talk. Maybe if I just... Oh, hey, I could just unmute the thing. Okay, it works. Good. Awesome. So yeah, the reason why the castle is mostly empty is because I haven't done... What's up, Foxy? How's it going? Good to see you. Rip horses, 2012, 2012. That's funny. 2021, you mean? The reason why the castle is mostly empty is because I haven't done most of my decorative blocks. Okay, so like my glazed terracotta, I'm going to use for like wall decorations and things like that. I haven't really done my carpets. My carpets look just like wool, so they're but I have done the dungeon. I'll show you guys the dungeon. I mean, everybody wants to see the dungeon. This is the only part of the castle that I've actually done. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I started on the throne room, but I haven't really done much of it. So this is the dungeon. This is where you get checked in. Here's some whips. So if you're gonna get whipped, you could just, hey, I got this this prisoner here. I'd like to whip him. And you guys grab your whip over here and you bring him down this way through the dark, dark dungeon. And take him over here to the torture chamber. They got to get checked in, right? So you got like the warden right here. He's like, oh, is this guy scheduled to be tortured? What's his name? Okay, cool. You bring him in, and you bring him in here. And then this is the torture chamber. We got a couple iron maidens right here. We got some standing cells. Standing cells are brutal. They're like, there's no room for you to sit down, and you just stand in them for hours or days and days, you know. Here's a rack, so you could, a stretching rack here. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is torture chamber. And this is the dungeon. So, yeah, I really like my dungeon. I worked hard on it, and I want to put, like, pillagers in here and stuff, but if I were to do that, I would have to put it to, I would have to change the difficulty to easy or something, right? But then I would have mobs spawning all over the place. I don't want that, right? I mean, I'm just building. So, here for the really bad prisoners go in these places here, right? With these iron doors. And they have little holes here where they get their food bowl and their poo bowl. The poo bucket and the food bowl go through that hole. These doors only open when somebody dies or if somebody gets put in there. Nobody gets removed from these cells. Those are my favorite cells. Anyway, okay. So let's go for, let's go, where should we go? What should I show you guys? You want to see the inn? I just built an inn, I guess. I need to get that watchtower built. I really wasn't planning on doing world tour. We'll just briefly cover a few things, I guess, for those of you who have never seen the world. Oh, by the way, we got murder holes up here, right? This is historically accurate. So if you happen to make your way up here, by the way, if this gate closes, you're screwed, right? You fall down there, and that leads to the dungeon down there. So whoever's working in the dungeon, you fall down there and you break a leg or something, then they pull you into the dungeon and they torture you, right? So, yeah, the murder holes. So, yeah, okay, whatever. That's the place. A couple cool builds in this kingdom so far. Still alive. Yeah. I'm still alive. Not for long. Welcome to the dungeon. Oh, hold on. I gotta get the music back on. There we go. Okay. So yeah, we recently finished this inn. This was a patron build. So for those on Patreon, you sign up at different tiers, you get different rewards. One of the rewards is I build you a place. So this tavern belongs to Nathan Eats Souls, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like it. We got a quaint little place to sort of hang out. We got a hearth here, and check out my gilded blackstone. Right? Look at that. Look at that. It matches the fire. So we got like red hot coals down there. Right? Of course I have murder holes, tiny gamer Tris. Yeah. Cloudtoast, I literally put murder holes in my castle because of you. And every time I go past, I chuckle and say, haha, murder hole. Well, that's awesome. Good to hear it. Alright, Dino Gamer, thanks for hanging out for a little bit. There's a first floor. We have a little cellar down below. Hold on, let's go down there. You guys can see the cellar. Because you guys didn't see this since I did my lantern textures. Look at my lantern. Don't they look good? Yes, they do. You know they do. Every time I hear murder holes, I only hear it in Curly's voice. Curly's voice, like from The Three Stooges? Murder holes? I can't do Curly's voice. Okay, let's go. Oh, moida holes. My hobby is moida. Yeah, so that's the inn right there. There's a second floor and a third floor right there. Trying to make this quick though. Let's go check out that thing. You guys want to see this place? You know what that is? This is a an auditorium, and I built this auditorium for my dad. And my dad passed away in January, and so I stopped playing for a long time, and I couldn't start playing again until I built him something. So I built him an auditorium because he was a composer, very, very good composer. And yeah, so we have this auditorium here with oh, I haven't been in here since I did my chains and my lanterns. Oh, it makes everything look better. So yeah, thoughts on goats? I have not seen any goats yet, so I don't really have any thoughts on them. I like goats. Yeah. So yeah, this is kind of like the lounge area, you know, so you can hang out, have a martini or whatever ale, rum, mead, before the show. And then you come in here, and here's our concert hall right here. And so this is kind of like the home of, I made sort of a guild. So there's like the Guild of Sound, the Guild of Sound Magic, right? And so there's like a wizard, and he's like a wizard of sound, and he does, you know, whenever he plays his music, it has healing properties. You know, it can heal people, or he can, you know, do some other things with music. Like maybe if he goes into battle and he, you know, has like a whistle or something, he can paralyze his enemies or something, you know, using sound. And so this is kind of like, it's an auditorium, but it doubles as sort of a, I don't know, sort of a guild of sound wizards, right? So, yeah, so that's the auditorium. And I had a lot of fun building this. This was probably one of the most difficult builds I've ever done, because it had to be just right, you know what I mean? So, I like the way it came out. I made a time-lapse of it, too. So if you go to the, I have a time-lapse playlist that has like all the time-lapses from all the Fantasia videos. Most of them. This is in it. It's a really good time-lapse, and it has 3 pieces of my dad's music if you guys if you're interested and you want to listen to it. So, yeah, so that's this kingdom for now. So we got a little market area here, and I want to get rid of some of these. Not yet, though. And I'm going to replace the middle ones here with a big tent. Like, there's going to be a giant tent that has a whole bunch of vendors on the inside, right? So I think let's go to, I don't know, Fix, Foxy, Callus, you guys still in here? You tell me what kingdom I need to go to next, okay? Because I don't know. Help me. Oh, by the way, on the last stream, I built this. Somebody suggested that I build a house for my unsubscribers. So the people who unsubscribe to my channel, they live in this house. And I did it. It's shoddy on purpose. It doesn't even have an upside down stair right there. You don't even get that. And you can see straight through it, right to the other side. Yeah. So, I guess let's go to Bone Gorge. Everybody likes Bone Gorge. Bone Gorge is my Goblin Kingdom, okay? So we'll jump on over there. I'll show you guys the Goblin Kingdom. So the goblins live inside this mountain, if it wants to render in. Render in mountain. It's a big mountain, giant mountain, huge, ridiculously large mountain. So they live inside here. Now, the thing about the goblins is, oh, I guess I should explain this, right? So, I'm working on my coal textures, right, for coal blocks. And I've done some sort of playing around with like sort of a splotchy design, and then sort of a stringy veiny design as well. I haven't really decided how I want to do my ores yet, my coal ores. So this is me just sort of playing around with them. And the scribble is just to indicate that it's an ore block that I haven't done yet. So it looks like that. So that's what that is, guys. Ignore it. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Yeah, the unsubscriber hut. Yeah. So, does it have a dirt floor? It does have a dirt floor. The Goblin Kingdom is actually the first kingdom I built in this world. Okay? Very first kingdom is inside this ridiculous mountain here. Alright? So, and there's no one way into the Goblin Kingdom. There are many ways. There are a whole bunch of these little caves that go into the mountain, and they're not lit up on purpose because, yeah, but this is the easiest one to find, so it's the one I use. But there are many ways into this place. So this is the Goblin Kingdom of Bone Gorge, and this took, I don't know, I think I probably spent like 8 months on it or something like that. The first 25 episodes. No, this is not RTX. This is just plain old Minecraft, Java, without shaders on. I can put shaders on, but this place looks weird with shaders because it's underground. Yeah. So yeah, this place is really big. This is the first kingdom that I built, right? So when I first started, I dug out this room, and this was originally going to be the Goblin Kingdom. This room here, right? This was going to be the entirety of the Goblin Kingdom right here, right? Oh, look at this. We got a little dragon, little Parthenax right here, right? So basically, this dragon is an ancient dragon, and he was fossilized. That's how old he is. He's like, you know, hundreds of thousands of years old, probably, right? Maybe 1 million years old. Who knows? But he died guarding this nether portal right here, right? Guarding the nether portal. And the nether portal still exists, but he ended up dying and getting buried, and yeah. So, but the goblins, when they started digging this mountain out, they discovered the dragon here. And they said, oh, holy crap. What could have possibly killed this giant creature? And they said, oh, it must be our goblin god. And so they have a little tribute to Blarf, who is the goblin god up there. I'll show it to you in a minute. But yeah, so this is sort of like the part where they're mining out now. This is as deep as they've gotten. So this was the first part of the kingdom that I did, but chronologically this is the most recent part of their city because it's as deep as they've gone. So maybe when the goblins actually dug it out, maybe they started up there somewhere. You know what I mean? So yeah, I really like this place. We have a shaman over this way, right? So there's the shaman's hut, and the only way over there is by boat. You have to take a boat because the shaman likes to be left alone. And yeah, I'm not gonna go in there. There's stuff in there, but maybe one day. I am gonna open the world up to like patrons. I'm gonna have a copy of the world up on the Patreon server that you can teleport over to, so you can walk around and check it out if you want. So yeah, Bone Gorge. Where is Blarf? I'm gonna show you the Goblin God. He's up there. Okay. Oh yeah, we go this way. I'm gonna walk it because it's just better. It's just more fun to walk it than to fly around. You know what I mean? So I haven't done my iron ores. Ignore that default ugliness. Oh hey, Foxy, you're still here. Callus, fix it. You remember my haul of subscribers when my channel was tiny? Remember that? Remember that? Look. There's Fix It. There's Foxy right there. Look at that. You guys have been around a long time. I think Callus is. Yep, there's Callus right there. There you are. There you are. Yes, those signs are still here. And there's my first comment of the day book too. How about that? Wow, I haven't been here in a while. Okay. Basic god stuff. Yes. Okay, so this kind of will give you an idea of what the goblins might look like. They have sort of long, crooked noses. They got a... This is Blarf. He's got a bone going through his nose, right? He's got his nose pierced, right? He's got fangs, right? He's got sharp, fangy teeth. He's got red eyes. And this is his crown. Now, the crown looks garbage here. When I first built this, I was in the Conquest resource pack, and it looked way better in Conquest than it does in my pack, because I haven't done those textures yet. I mean, I have, but I haven't done the gold, so it looks funky. You know what I mean? But yeah, inside his mouth is the treasure room, and I haven't done any of these. Oh, you got a bounce? All right, Fix. Thank you a ton for bringing everybody over, and thanks everybody for coming by. I'll see you next time, buddy. Yeah, so yeah, there's Blarf, and then yeah, this took a very, very long time to build all these rickety old houses in the walls, right? Like every one of them, I didn't copy paste any of this. All of this was built block by block, right? Brushimakata. Oh yeah, Callus, your real name. What was it? I forgot what it was. Like Barakumatas. That's what it was. Barakumatas. I remember that. That was funny. That was kind of a cool name. I mean, you know. So yeah, you got all these rickety bridges going up here, and yeah. So that's the basic gist of Bone Gorge. They have a little. Oh, I'm lagging a little bit. They have a little watchtower here. They don't like to really build outside the mountain because they don't want themselves to be known. But they do have one little watchtower, so they can sort of look around and see if they see anybody wandering through the forest that they might go out and eat. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Blarf kind of cute, though. I guess. If you're into that thing. Night Fix. Thanks again, dude. Okay, let's see. What else? Oh, yeah, there's one more thing here in Bone Gorge. Barakumatas 86. I forgot the number. All right, let's jump down here. Where am I? I think it's this way. Yeah, I get lost in here. So this is sort of I never really finished this area. This area is kind of like where they process their wood. So we have like wood storage in here, right? So I built a little custom forest out here. And this is sort of where they've been pulling in their logs and stuff, you know, chopping down trees and whatnot. So we got this nice little custom forest here. And I want to expand it one day, but I just have not found that one day yet. So for now, it's just only this big. But eventually this custom forest is going to spread all the way out that way. It's going to cover a lot of this area. If I ever find the time to do it, because it is not easy and it is not fast. So let's go back. I'll show you guys Whisperwill, which is the gnome kingdom. And I think I'm going the right way to the button. Hold on a second. Okay, yeah, there's that thing. So the button is going to be over this way, yeah. Other side of the mountain. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, it is this way. It's too large. It's too large. I should make my places not so large. That's really big. I think I went the long way around. Yeah, here it is. Okay, okay, so after I did the... Oh, there we go. After I did Bone Gorge in there, there's a place, I didn't show it to you guys, but there's a place where they store their food, and basically it's livestock. So they have villagers trapped in there that they're going to eat later, and they also grow. There's a lot of lore with the goblins, like they eat the netherwort because when they eat the netherwort, they become immune to the gnome magic. And the gnomes of Whisperwill, they are masters of illusion magic. Okay, so like they can, you don't mess with the gnomes because they can make you feel like you're burning alive. They can make you feel like your limbs are being ripped up off of your body. I mean, they can get brutal with their illusions, okay? Sensory illusions, okay? You don't mess with them. But when the goblins discovered that, or the goblin shaman discovered that when they eat the netherwort, they become immune to the gnome magic, I had to build a gnome kingdom, right? And so for this kingdom, I'm going to have to bring my render distance way down because for some reason, it likes to lag when I'm over here. So I'm going to bring it down to 8. There we go. Most of this is under the tree anyway. I haven't done this place yet. This is also custom forest. So these are all custom trees that I threw up in here, and yeah, so, but eventually all of this is going to be filled with houses and stuff like that. But we have paths at least, you know. But I started filling them out with houses up this way, and I'll show you guys some of that. And you can see some of the foliage that I've done in my resource pack as well. Like right here, that's a fern, right? Oh, I love my ferns. The ferns look so good. There's a large fern right here, right? Large fern. Yeah, so we go this way, and this is sort of like, I don't know, a little town square for the gnomes, right? And they have these little bitty houses. Oh, we can get in. There we go. We are inside the gnome house. Look, he's got a little window. Got a little window, right? Close. Oh, wait, no. I didn't want to do that. There. Okay. So yeah, we have these nice, tiny little gnome houses. Like, look at that door. You can't even get into it. It's so small. This is a tiny door. We got a little pond here with some water flowing out of the hillside there. We got a little gnome castle. Little tiny castle for gnomes, right? Little mini. I like it. It's quaint. I haven't done the inside of it. I've only done the outside and this little oh, what do you call this? Courtyard area, right? And here's their big door. To the gnomes, this is a huge door. This is like a big, epic door to the gnomes. Gotta get the little one up for school. Catch you all around. See you later, Cloutos. All right, Andy, thanks for coming by, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, so that's Whisperwill. I haven't really done a whole lot in it. Most of it was just putting all these trees up. I mean, but one of these days I'll get back in there and I'll add a whole bunch more houses, little tiny houses. I cast lag switch and crush the noobs, says the gnomes. Yeah, sure, they can do that. Why not? Why not? I do like walking through here though, with all the greenery. This is nice. I really like it. So but then once you get here, it's like nothing. It's just trees, you know. So eventually it'll get filled out. So okay, so where do we go? Where do we go now? Let's go. Shoop. Bone Gorge High Auricor was the next place we did. So now we're here. Let's see. Oh, we have the Wizard Tower. The Wizard Tower is where I keep the comment of the day. So this wizard has special abilities. He can transcend realities. He can merge the reality of Minecraft with the real world, right? So, I don't know. That's why I keep all the comments of the day up in here in this little box. There's really nothing on the inside, but I really like the design of this, how you go through this little tunnel here. I would live here too. Foxy. This is a great place, I think. Up on the mountain like that. Oh. Yep, that's where I'd live. Let's go visit. Let's see. You guys want to see the Dwarven Kingdom? I mean, it's not really a kingdom yet. It's just a mountain. That's all those. We're going to have to go over this way. Shoop. Render in. Oh, my render distance is still at 8. No wonder I'm going so quickly with... What's my frame rate? 34. Well, not bad considering I'm streaming. Streaming always saps my frames. The Eye of Sauron. Yeah, kinda. Kinda. Although the wizard who lives there isn't necessarily evil. For this place, I'm gonna have to bring the render distance back up. 20. No, 20. 20. There we go. Zoop. Render in. It's going slow because I'm streaming. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Show the people. Show the people. So this is the Valley of Patrons. So at different tiers you get different things, right? So one of the things is you get a statue out here like this. So we have several statues out here of various patrons. Here we got old Greg right here, right? Now one of them is different. Nathan Eats Souls is different. That's the first one. And so he has sort of a different one. And I really like it. It looks like he's going, oh, and it looks like he's eating souls. Anyway, so we got a couple more over that way. So, you know. And then this is the Hall of Patrons right here, right? So we have several fantastic people all up in this place, right? I love all of these people with all of my heart. My cold black heart goes out to them. I'm so stupid. Okay, let's go to the Dwarven Kingdom. Although it's not really much of a kingdom yet, because I'm gonna wait until the next update when we get the real Caves and Cliffs update. You know, yeah, I know about sodium, and then there's also lithium. I know about those. The trouble is, I like Optifine because my resource pack. I can do cool things like this with my resource pack, where I have overlays, you know, and things like that. And so, yeah. And you can have like repeat patterns, right? See how like that is seamless to that, seamless to that. You know, you can. I mean, that's why I use Optifine. Now, if you can do Optifine and sodium at the same time, one day maybe, yeah, totally use it. Oh wait, I need to go this way. Okay. Download it. No, I'm not going to download it. No. Question for the builder content creators. The group on Facebook I moderate is in a debate. What is your opinion on giving credit for a tutorial you follow and post a pic of when you're done? Oh, for like a build? Yeah, you should always give credit. Always give credit. And now, if you're making a tutorial on somebody else's build, that I got beef with. Unless if you ask permission and you say, hey, I like your build, can I do a tutorial of it? And they say, yeah, go for it, right? But there's yeah. Always give credit and ask permission. If you're gonna build a tutorial of somebody else's build, ask permission, okay? It's pretty sleazy if you don't. Okay, so let's go to Bullerin's Deep. This is the Dwarven Kingdom, which I haven't really shown you guys in a very, very long time. But yeah, I'll just show you guys what I have so far. I don't want to show you the entrance though. Well, whatever. There it is. That's me. That's when I was messing around with my textures. I had them up here, right? So yeah. So this is, you guys haven't seen this yet. I have not shown the entrance here, but this is what I have so far dug out. This is going to be a giant pit, and this is why I'm waiting for. This is why I'm waiting for what the next update is, because I'm going to be able to make this pit 64 blocks deeper, and I'm going to be able to make the mountain Render in. Come on, render in. It goes bigger than that. It's way bigger than that. Way bigger. Come on. There we go. Yeah. So this, I'm going to be able to make it even taller. So this mountain is going to change, and I'm going to make it even taller when the update comes out. But in order to get there, you have to cross this chasm, this gorge on this long bridge, right? And I'm probably even going to carry it out all the way this way, like maybe out this far. But I don't know. I haven't shown this on camera yet because I didn't want to, because it's not done, and I'm making a time lapse of it, which I'm going to have to start over because the update. I'm just going to do the whole thing over, except the mountain. But I am going to add on to the top of the mountain and make it even taller. So, but yeah, this thing is enormous. Oh, there it goes. Finally, it's rendering in the peak of it. But yeah, this is Bullarin's Peak, and the kingdom inside is called Bullarin's Deep. And Bullarin is the legendary king of the ancient gnomes. Okay? He's the guy for... Okay, so the way dwarves are is that they have the same strength. Their strength is congruent to human, right? So a dwarf will have the exact same strength as a man, but in a package half the size. Okay? Now hear me out on this. Bullarin was a dwarf, but he was the size of a man. Okay? So, yeah, giant, big dude. Okay, that's who Bullarin is. And I don't want to give away too much of the story, but this is his mountain, and there's a reason why it's named after him. So yeah, that's Bullarin's Peak. And I think that's the whole place. Honestly, use it only as inspiration. Still give credit for the inspiration, but don't copy block for block or even close to it. Just get the inspiration and go. Yeah, yes. Be original. Be original. That is the thing. Yeah, they're like some of these big YouTubers, these giant YouTubers with like, you know, million subscribers, and they'll prey on little tiny channels with like, you know, 500 subscribers. And like Dom, like, so one of them did this to Dom Quantum. They took one of his builds, his redstone builds, it was a farm that he made, and the dude did a tutorial on how to build it, right? Even though it was Dom's creation, right? Didn't ask permission. He just built it and then did a tutorial, and then at the very, very beginning of the video, he very quickly mentions Dom's name and then puts a link to his channel in the description. But in the comments section, everybody's like, "Oh, you're so good. You're so good at this." And he's like, "Thanks guys. Thanks, guys." It's like, come on. You know, it's so sleazy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like if you're gonna do something like that, ask permission. Giving a shout out in a video does nothing to help a channel. It really doesn't, guys. It doesn't. Giving a shout out and like a link in the description, hoo-ha. You know, that's not. You know what that might do? That might get a small channel with like, you know, 100 subscribers. It might get him 10 subscribers when that video comes out, and that's it. And then, but meanwhile, that guy, whoever made that video, is getting 100,000 views on it, and they're making, you know, thousands of dollars. You know, it's just crappy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Ask permission. Okay, let's do this thing. Hold on, let me pause for the calls. Oh yeah, the dwarves are definitely deadly with bows. People don't usually associate dwarves with bows, but the dwarves have such strength, you know, per their size. They have so much strength. They can draw a bow, like Bullarin, for example. If he were to draw an elven longbow like he'd be able to draw like a 250-pound elven longbow and launch an arrow like for miles, you know? So yeah. I feel I've been ripped off by a much larger YouTuber, discussed it with a few Vasteners too, but I don't feel comfortable calling them out. Oh, it happened to you too? Honestly, I missed it. Oh, I'm getting caught up on the chat here, guys. When his hands are level with your head, your teeth are level with his groin. Ancient dwarven proverb. That's funny. You follow each other too. Thumbnail even looks like mine. Oh yeah? Well, thumbnails, I've been inspired by thumbnails. You know, like try to come up with a good thumbnail design and stuff like that. And for a while I had like sort of a swishy thing going because a lot of people had thumbnails that were like that. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it'll attract some attention, I guess. People are attracted to that kind of thing. And, you know, so your tastes change, you know. Like my thumbnail design, I'll tell you straight up, I got from Pixel Brew. And that dude is a phenomenal graphic designer, guys. Now, I didn't take his thumbnail, but I saw what he did and I did something kind of similar and I really like it. Yeah. By the way, go check out Pixel Brew. That dude can build. Fellow Vasteneer. Been a while though. He used to be on Vasten. Okay. So I need to figure out how high I want this to be. It needs to be twice as high as these, at least. So like from here. Where are we at? Where are we at? Is that twice as high? Yeah, it's about twice as high, I think. Oh, let me get the music back on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Boop. Oh, where are we? There we go. Okay. Yeah, I want to know who too, Callus. Send me a DM. I'll keep my mouth shut. PB is great. Yeah, I really like Pixel Brew. He does Valheim stuff too. He has some really, really good Valheim builds. Trying to think of how I want this thing to be shaped. I'm imagining like maybe a giant arch. But no. Computer says no. As a former archer, yeah, the dwarves are going to be terrifying with bows. Yes. This is true. In one of my fantasy worlds, orcs mostly use bows. Massive war bows. It's insane. At close range, it's probably more powerful than a ballista. Yep. Yeah, orc bows. Orcs are sort of like a... They're like dwarven strength with elven keenness. You know what I mean? They're pretty brutal, but they're dumb. That's their downside. They're dumb. Not too smart. I won't say because honestly I really like what they do. They are so good. It could be just a crazy coincidence, but I will say two people instantly knew who I was talking about when I mentioned something. Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know. I want to get away from just using stone. I use a lot of stone. But then again, this is a human kingdom, and I imagine they would have a lot of stone. I mean, the castle's meant to be historically accurate, right? And so that's why the walls are just cobblestone, right? And the bastions are stone bricks, although they might have been cobblestone as well. And then the towers have these pointed roofs so that if it snows, the snow goes down, and this and that. I mean, yeah. Plus, I'm also a bit limited in my textures because I don't want to use default textures. You know what I mean? But I think I do want to incorporate a little bit of wood into the tower here. Let's grab some wood. Do we do spruce? Or do we do... We'll do oak. Now, what do we do with this? That's the tricky part. What do we do? I mean, it's going to be tall, so the base really needs to be stone. It really needs to be, you know, beefy. So we definitely need lots of stone supports down here at the bottom, I think. Just because of the weight of this thing. But I think the top part, maybe we can incorporate a little bit of wood. Maybe, let's see, I don't want to jetty it, so I think I'm going to get rid of that. You know what? Here's what we'll do. I'm just going to make a shape with the stone, and then we'll change it later. Why not? Why not? A lot of fantasy races are very underrated in what weapons are best suited for them. Perhaps. Perhaps. I guess it depends on how you interpret the races, right? I read a book that had oh, what was it? You guys ever read Dragonlance? The Gully Dwarves? They live in the gully. And the Shannara series, there are the Dwarves of Colhaven. They live kind of in the woods. And they shoot bows. Incidentally enough. A dwarf with a good recurve bow, or compound, depending on technology level, could likely punch through steel. As long as the arrows are a harder steel, then yes. It really would depend on the arrows. Let's see. Oh, wow. Let's see, what does it say? Might help sell the weight if there's some stone on the floor. Look like a base instead of grass. Oh, yeah, I know. That's not gonna stay grass, dude. No, that's not going to happen. Oh, you love both those series? Yep. I'll tell you what, Terry Brooks, he's, in my opinion, he's like the Tolkien of... He's like a modern Tolkien. He's really, really good. Does Santa Claus exist in your realm? Enslaving gnomes and elves for his factory. Yeah, Cobra Fang. Absolutely. There's definitely an evil Santa Claus in this world. We're rushing towards 1 a.m. Gotta go faceplant pillow. Alright, Callus, thanks for hanging out, dude. Much appreciated. Hope you all have a great night. Have a great stream. Cloutos, have a great sleep, Callus. Good to see you, man. In 1.18, when Java shader update came, you can change to sodium. I will only ever change to sodium if I can use Optifine at the same time. I'm not giving up Optifine. That's just not going to happen. Just because, I mean, look what you could do with the resources. Look what you can do. It's awesome. Like, you can have like overlays and stuff. Like, look at that. Look how my stone overlays onto the cobble. So they blend nicely, right? See that? And the grass and the dirt, all these, oh, it's not so blocky and square and gritty. I love Optifine, and it's worth it to me. Even, I mean, Optifine does make the performance better than you know, just default Minecraft. So it's not worth it for me to get sodium at all. I'm gonna move this over. How much height do we have left? Okay. I've got some jungle dwarves. They're basically just a Colombian colony that produce mind-altering substances for the main city. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. My dwarves are typical. My races are very Tolkien-esque, very standard, you know, standard races. Except for my gnomes. My gnomes are... the gnomes are nothing to mess with. Kind of like the gnomes in the Shannara series are not to mess with either. They're not really magical, but the gnomes are tough. The gnomes in the Shannara series are kind of like evil dwarves. I guess you could say they're evil dwarves, at least in the first book. But there are some good ones. They're not all evil, but generally speaking, they're on that sort of alignment. You know what I mean? Which I thought was really interesting when I read those books. Like, they got evil gnomes. My gnomes aren't evil. They're just really dangerous and powerful, and you don't want to mess with them. You know what I mean? Okay, I think that needs to be like the roof. How do we feel about that? I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Sodium and Optifabric. Does that work? Because I'm using Optifabric right now because I'm using fabric. And you have to use Optifabric to use Optifine with fabric, which really sucks about fabric. To be honest, I miss Forge. Forge was so much easier to get everything to work together. If you could use sodium at the same time, then yeah, I'll pop it in there. I'll give it a shot. Najida. I'll give it a shot. Or Nadija. I'll try it out. And if it works, I will publicly thank you for telling me I could. Sorry, but I'm sticking with my Keebler cookie making gnomes. That's fine. That's fine. Some of my gnomes make cookies. They're just cookies that'll hurt you. They'll make you think you're eating cookies. I really wanted to break out of the norm for mine. None of the accents are typical either, which was fun at first, but it makes it hard when I have to swap accents for 5 different characters. You do like voices in your videos, Mr. Sparkle? I think I did that. I did voices in one of them. In one of my videos, I did a goblin voice, and it was fun. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the roof yet. I mean, do I want the roof there? I'm thinking I kind of want the roof to be something like that. Kind of like that one, you know? Or do I want it like that? Or do I want it like that? I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. Oh. Okay, there we go. We're going to cheese out. I'm just filling this in. Who cares? You guys don't want to see me do that. Need some stairs right over there, I think. Right about there. Yeah, right in there. We'll have this, have kind of a lane. Just to remind myself, I'm going to take these out. Maybe we'll go... Well, I'll go ahead and do that now. Why not? I'm writing my book while listening to this stream. Oh, you are, huh? Cool. That's cool. Oh, come on. What? Why isn't it making the paths? See? Oh. I think I had it bound or something. I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. God, I wish I could tell you guys the story I'm writing, because like I've told you bits and pieces, but like I haven't told you shit. Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard to not say anything. It'll probably take me another 5 years to finish my book, though. 5 years, at least. I'm a very, very slow writer. Sometimes it takes me an hour just to write a paragraph. Do you guys experience that? When it takes you that long? It's kind of ridiculous how slow I am at writing. I want to make sure that every word is perfect. You know what I mean? Every sentence has to be perfectly structured and everything. You know? Now I feel like I want to bring that out, but I don't. I don't want to bring it out. This can go. Don't need that. It's a roleplay world with some friends, but I'm hoping to expand the world further with time. What's the function of the tower? The function of the tower is just sort of, you know, keep a lookout. You know, if the kingdom ever comes under invasion or whatever, you got lookouts here, and you can fire arrows down. It's just a defensive sort of watchtower. You know. Rewrote a paragraph for a solid 40 minutes last night. Yep. I know how that goes. Yeah, sometimes the inspiration just refuses to happen, or the words won't work. I'm gonna buy your entire stock. Still not happy with it. Well, keep at it. Keep at it. You know what's weird? It's like it's not for lack of inspiration as to why it takes me so long to write. It's that I want to make sure that every sentence is said perfectly, and the sentence that comes after it is the sentence that needs to come after it. You know what I mean? And sometimes I'll go back and I'll write a sentence back at the beginning of the paragraph, or maybe like, oh, you know what, I should add this here, or I should change that word here, or I should take this phrase and put it over like this instead. You know, it's like, it's wordcraft. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. It's wordcraft instead of Minecraft. I think I'm decent at it. Like, I've shown a few people my drafts, and they really like it. When I tell them like the general idea of the book, like what it's really about, because a draft of a chapter doesn't really say much other than what's happening there. It doesn't say what the story's about, you know, when I tell them what the story's about. I've only told a couple of people, but whenever I do, they're like, holy shit, dude. So yeah, it'll be cool. It's a cool idea. I'm thinking I kind of want to do this, but I kind of don't, because it's pretty generic. Oh. But we'll see what it looks like. But we could always take this and change it. I mean, it's something. It's better than nothing, right? And it's not going to be just stone everywhere. You know, this will be detailed when it's all said and done. But this is how it starts. It starts with simple things. You know, you start with something simple, and then you just make changes, and it gets more and more detailed as it goes on, you know? Like, that's not done. I'm not gonna leave the wall like that. But this is the process. This is what you do. You're like now I want to do this. And putting these bottom supports is something I do on pretty much everything. But it needs a door, right? It needs a door. So maybe right here, maybe we go Nope, not that one. There. We have a door. Right? We have a door. Let's put a door on this one too. Right here. Boop, 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 boop. Once I start writing, I end up going hard for a while and write loads, but it's starting that I normally struggle with. Starting's usually the easy part for me because it's like I know what I want to write, you know, and so I just start. I think about like where's the scene gonna begin, you know, where's the scene gonna begin, and then does the reader need to know anything to understand this scene that I should say before the scene even begin? Maybe not. Maybe the scene can just begin, you know. There's a lot of things you got to consider when you're writing a story because, I mean, the sky's the limit, right? Anything is possible. What I tend to struggle with is making decisions. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Like, do I want? And this isn't going to have anything to do with the story I'm writing. I'm just going to make something up. So let's say I'm writing something and there's somebody's dog dies, right? For example, right now, do I want that dog to die? Do I want the reader to be there when the dog dies and then the hero is also there when the dog dies, or do I want the hero to come across the dog dying afterwards? It's little things like that I get hung up on and I can't decide. And yeah, so it's not like lack of inspiration. It's like I can't make up my mind. Which one is better? I don't know. You know? Sometimes you just gotta make a decision and commit. You know? It's easier said than done sometimes. Let's see. Aren't you worried the tower is too thin? Aren't you worried the tower is too thin? You'll need ladders to get to the top. Yeah, or spiraling stairs. The words don't want to word nicely thing. Yeah. Yeah, that happens. I don't have a mind's eye, so I really struggle knowing what I need to write down because the way I imagine things is very different to normal people. Yeah. Yeah, it's all very subjective. Well, hey guys, it is like 1 o'clock in the morning. I gotta get going. All right. We didn't get the tower done today like I wanted because, hey, I went and showed you guys a bunch of stuff. Okay. Next time we'll do this. Actually, I'll probably finish this before I record the next episode. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me while I'm building stuff, and thank you for coming by, and to those of you who subscribed, I really appreciate it. I don't think the notifications were really doing anything, but yeah, have an excellent night. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you next time.